Good morning, children. In the previous video, we saw about what is active voice, what is passive voice, what are the different types of voice first, then active and passive voice, what are the conditions for transforming from active to passive. Now we'll be seeing the different types of tenses from which active to passive can be converted. So easy structure of voice change. So these are the rules that you can follow while changing from active to passive. Present tense. First we'll be dealing with present tense form of verb. That is present indefinite or simple present. So active voice, already we have seen that a sentence has to follow subject plus verb plus object pattern. So I have given you an example here. I play football. This has got subject I, play is the verb and football is the object. And once when it is coming to passive voice, the entire form gets changed there. So object comes to the subject place in passive voice and subject goes to the object place in passive voice. Object plus am or is or plus verb 3 plus by plus subject. So that is the formula, a rule for conversion of active to passive in simple present form. So let us see the example there. See that football has come to the subject place in the passive voice. Football is played. Why we use is played here? Because it is simple present tense. So we use be form of verb is here. Is played by me. So I is the subjective pronoun, and when it comes to the passive voice it turns into me here and it is the objective pronoun. Next we'll go to the present continuous form. In active voice the rule is subject plus am or is or are plus verb 1 plus ing form plus object. So there is an example there. You can see that I am playing football. I is the subject here. Am playing, that shows the present continuous form of verb, and football is the object here. So let us see the conversion here. It becomes, that is the object comes to the subject place in passive voice. Object plus am or is or are plus being. We use this form of verb here. It is a non-finite verb. Being plus verb 3, past participle, by plus subject. So let us see the example here. Football is being played by me. So that is the conversion here. Next we'll move on to present perfect. So active voice, subject plus have or has plus verb 3 plus object. So this will be the rule for present perfect form in active voice. Here you could see I have played football. So I is the subject, have played is the verb, and it shows present perfect tense, and football is the object. So you could see the conversion in passive voice now. Object plus have or has plus been. So in continuous form we use been, and in perfect form we use been plus verb 3 plus by plus subject. So let us see the conversion here. Football has been played by me. So this is the conversion for passive form here. Next we will move on to the easy structure of voice change in past tense form. So past indefinite or past simple. So here we use, here also the sentence follows subject plus verb plus object pattern, but we use V2 form, that is past tense form of verb. So here you could see the rule here, subject plus V2 plus object. So there is an example sentence here. I played football. So I is the subject, played is the verb, and football is the object. And you could see that played shows past tense here, that is the V2 verb. So in passive again, as in present tense form, we can use it, the rule as such. Object plus was or plus were. So let's see here, sorry. Object plus was or were plus verb 3 plus by plus subject. So football was played by me. So if you could see here, that is the singular verb is used here, was played. Suppose if the subject or the object is in plural form, you could use were. Let me give you an example here. I read books. So I is the subject, read is the verb, and books is the object, and that is plural. So when it comes to passive voice, you could change it like this: books were read by me. So that will be the transformation to active voice. Now let's move on to past continuous. Active voice, you could see the rule: subject plus was or were plus verb 1 plus ing plus object. So you could see the example there: I was playing football. I is the subject, was playing is the verb, and that shows past continuous, and football is the object. So when it comes to passive form, let us see the transformation: object plus was or were plus being, that is very very important, plus verb 3 plus by plus subject. So football was being played by me. So that will be the conversion there. Next, let's move on to past perfect. Subject plus had plus V3 plus object. So that is the rule here. So that the next is the example that shown below. I is the subject here. I had played football last year. I is the subject. Had played is the verb, and that shows past perfect tense, had plus V3. Football is the object, and last year is the adjunct because it shows time. So it is an adverbial of time. So again, when you come to passive voice, it is object plus had plus been plus verb 3 plus by plus subject. Football had been played by me last year. So that will be the conversion. So with this, we are coming to the end of this slide, and we will be seeing the other transformation rules in the next slide. So thank you, children.